Hi, bestie. My name is Curtis, your older millennial gay who refuses to grow up. Reminded of back many years ago, before I decided to become a therapist for my profession, that I was a spiritualist and I have all these tarot decks. Like, I have tons of them. And I started posting, and I've been just posting random stuff over the last few weeks to friends, and it seems like that's just not what people need. What I really want to do at the end of the day is create mindfulness space for people. If you want to join me on that journey, I would greatly appreciate it. I have decided to rebrand of Not Sick Collective, which is the company that I started back earlier this year. If you'd like to join that journey, it's a combination of art, mindfulness, mental health, mental wellness, encouragement, and just personal support on your own journey to self-acceptance. We all need to be loved, feel appreciated, feel accepted as we are in order to grow and change. And so I want to make sure everyone feels like they can join the Not Sick Collective so we can have more compassionate, self-aware human beings. That being said, it is Tarot Tuesday, and I started Tarot Tuesday a few weeks ago because my boyfriend said that he likes my silly card videos. So I'm going to do a silly tarot reading for you today. If you'd like to join me for some self-reflection, some mindfulness, and see how if you'd like to join me for reflection with my tarot cards and oracle cards today, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm just going to read what I think needs to be said today. And before we get started on reading some cards today, bestie, let's go ahead and just cleanse your energy. Welcome. I've got some incense going, and I'm going to ring a bell because we need to clear all the negative energy. So take a deep breath and let's clear it out. Okay, bestie, let's go. Let's do your reading for this Tuesday. This is for all my Not Sick Collective peeps. Welcome. If you're finding this video, you are part of the collective. Whenever this video finds you, it's the right time. I'm here just giving some insights for the week, but it's for the week whenever you see the video. My goal is to just provide some mindfulness, some reflection and space so you can feel like you're not a weirdo, you're not alone in the world. If you watch this video and it's helpful to you, of course, show some love in the comments because I love you, bestie. And coming out first, we have love. That's amazing. Okay, I love that. Okay, so love being the first, let's get the second card for our spread today. Well, I read it in a circle or a cycle, and we start out with the present energy in the environment. So there's lots of love around us to start. So starting with love this week, where are we going in the environment? We have trust as the next card, and then we have glamour as the next card. So I think, okay, and then, yes, we have wisdom. Oh, we're gonna do 5. Oh gosh, you're gonna make me do the most today. Wisdom and authenticity are the next 2. So this journey would go from you're feeling, basically what this is telling me is you're feeling, and then harvest on the bottom. Wow, okay, so good things coming. So when it comes to, this is basically a call in our physical reality saying that focusing on where the love is and trusting that the, love around us is authentic, regardless of whether we believe it or not. If someone is showing you love and someone is showing you support, that's real in that moment. And it's a net positive. Glamour, for me, it would be saying, not being afraid to think of potentials and think of the future, imagine and use your wisdom to bring forward that authenticity. So this is kind of be the energy and the flow of this week in your physical reality. So looking for those signs around you and the underlying energy to bring you a harvest or to reap a benefit. So that's really positive energy to start. Let's see what's going on in your headspace, because we need to make sure that is aligned, bestie. Because what's going to happen if we're not aligned is probably not going to happen. All right, so we're going to be using my fave little Sacred Destiny Oracle to determine that. So, my friend, let's go. Okay, so moving from love to trust, what's going on in our minds? What's going on in our minds? Flow. Okay, now I haven't seen the flow card in a minute, and it's interesting that it's like this dark river, and all of these colors are very blues and grays. So maybe it's feeling a little dark, but also those kind of dark palette of colors is very cool and very healing. So maybe if you're feeling low, instead of feeling like you're depressed or weighed down, maybe feel like you're kind of being loved, nurtured, or soothed, and just flow with that energy. Like, allow yourself to be a little tired. When it goes from trust to glamour, it can go from trust to glamour. So just trusting the love, even if you don't feel it. Purity. So okay, just yeah, same kind of color palette as well there. Purity's moving us into glamour. So maybe this is saying having a trust in your mind that the intentions that you have are pure. So that means that what will come to be from your ideas or thoughts that you have this week, as long as they are pure, leading to the possibility of them actualizing or becoming real or being successful. Oh, just kind of flowing with what feels authentic, and it's interesting going forward. So don't stay in that energy too long. Move forward with your wisdom. So yes, so go forward with that vision. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Okay. Wisdom, let's move from wisdom to authenticity. Wisdom to authenticity. What you got, what you got, what you got? Wisdom to authenticity. Sometimes the shuffle, yeah. I only take the cards when they flip out up front. So sometimes we just gotta calm down and focus. Okay, wisdom to authenticity. Thanks. Wisdom to authenticity. Let me get some clarity there. Thanks. We have new beginnings, and from authenticity to love, they went ahead and gave us our other card, enlightenment. Okay, it's interesting. You have opposites, enlightenment and flow. So kind of moving through the mind is going forward and accepting new beginnings. So it can be hard when we're somewhere, and then, well, on the bottom, flexibility. Okay. So on the bottom we have harvest, flexibility. So how I see the cards on the bottom of the deck is what they are wanting us to build, or like what is coming for us as we move through these energies. So having flexibility, or a lesson in flexibility for getting towards what you want. And in the mental space, this is allowing yourself to flow, kind of trusting where there's love in your life, trusting your own visions that are coming through naturally now, the ones that are pure, that are, from a good place, or going to have a high potential to be successful, and kind of move forward. Use your wisdom that you already have to build into that vision. In your mind, focusing on what is the purpose of your new beginning, and that new beginning being authentic towards you is going to bring you to mentally a place of enlightenment, or the understanding that the idea that you had when you had this, well, I'll just bring forth glamour and purity, that idea that you have is actually going to bring about something positive or a benefit to others. So we're going to use the Angel Wisdom Tarot to clarify on this. And if the video cuts out, I apologize, because I only have a few minutes to record on my camera. I might have to delete some things to finish this video. So let's go. Okay, the Hermit, with Flow the Hermit. So clarifying on flow in the headspace on the spiritual realms aspect of what you're going to be feeling spiritually would be sitting by yourself, thinking things through, actually flowing with the energy on your own, kind of regardless. And then maybe this is just receiving the environment and honestly taking a stock and inventory of maybe the love that needs to be put out in the world, but also the love that you would like to receive and where you're getting it, and kind of gravitating towards where there can be an equal trade-off naturally in your life. Purity. Let's clarify on purity. And the words just say, time spent in peaceful meditation. So, just kind of showing that love to yourself, allowing time for self-discovery, and letting the beautiful heart shine. So what would purity be? Oh, what would purity be? What would purity? Okay, but that's so much. And okay, what would we do for purity? Thank you so much. Okay, so for purity, we have brilliant ideas. This is going to be the Ace of Swords. Brilliant ideas that need refinement, overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out. So spiritually, this is really saying having faith towards those obstacles, that you'll be able to overcome them, and just trusting, like, pure of heart. I think, like, it's giving the sword and the stone and a young child of, like, it's okay to have that childlike mentality and believe things will work out, and just being real about it, remaining objective, like I said before, really reflecting on what's real and what's actually needed, instead of thinking that things that you want people to need are what they need, when in reality that's not what they want. So survey the lands. Okay, let's clarify on going forward. So going forward from the aspect of spirit, thank you. I'll take the card that falls out on top. So going forward is saying a beautiful new emotional experience, a romantic relationship, or deep friendship, a love letter, or a new home. So this seems like a very positive vibe for you. We're going to clarify on new beginnings. So let's look at new beginnings for our friends. Okay. What does our friend need to know from Spirit on new beginnings? Spiritual help for new beginnings. You have the Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords, and this is interesting because you have it's opposite the Ace of Swords. So I think this is honestly how I feel about this is it's time for you to do it. Instead of waiting for someone to come show you, you've got to accept the truth and move forward. You're not stuck. You can take on your new beginning whenever you want to, in any moment, in this moment right now. So actually, if you're taking on your new beginning right now, in this moment, go ahead and hit that bell for me. So I can keep up with you about that, because that's amazing. Go ahead to your new beginning then. Enlightenment. Okay, well, on this top, I'm not gonna be mad because on the top we had the star. So for me, the star is saying just know that future is gonna be great and bright, and move forward like it is. They say it's like fake it till you make it, but it's not. Embody that energy that you will have on that stage or wherever you're trying to go. Embody that energy in every moment, because you're going to be the person who gets there they always were that person. They grew along the way, but with the intention of where they wanted to be. So begin with the end in mind. And I think that's kind of where it's saying, get that clear vision, trust that pure vision, but also understand that you are trying to embody that whole vision spiritually. So let it fill you with a sense of purpose, and also have it have a purpose and a greater meaning for others as well. I'm gonna pull one card just to give us the overall message energy in the middle, and I think today I want to do the Sacred Rebels Oracle, which a lot of people like this one. I've had it for forever, and I haven't pulled any of these in a while. I have been using the White Light Oracle for a minute. So let's look at Sacred Rebels, because I'm feeling rebellious today. Sacred Rebels, oof. Let's look at Sacred Rebels and see what we got. So let's see what we can do. Okay, well, all right, that's our Sacred Rebels card for the day. Let's see, what's our card? Sacred Rebels. There we go. Okay. Bring it into form. Okay, cutesies. On the bottom, we have focus on the light. The purity, okay, coming up. I forgot to say, I think what was on the bottom for the tarot deck, and it was the 8 of Wands. So, okay, let's read. So this is your message for this week. Bring it into form. And I'm reading from the book because we know there was an intention at some point when they made this deck. Even though I read intuitively, we want to know what they said. So pause for the cause while I get this ready for you. Bring it into form. Beautiful dreamer, you can imagine wonderful worlds of light. Okay. You can dream up so many possibilities. Now is the time to bring those possibilities of light into the world. They need to be more than ideas. They need to live, to manifest. The world needs not only your dreams, beautiful as they are, but also your creations. Get thee to thy desk, thy easel, thy computer. Work, beautiful dreamer. Don't just dream, create. You are being asked to honor yourself with a commitment to complete your inspired tasks. This will help you to grow, and that is a wonderful reason to commit. But there's another reason too. You know that your inspired ideas are worth translating into practical forms so that other people can access them and experience something special too. If you have been thinking about writing a book, painting a picture, or acting on an inspiration or idea, then this oracle is bringing you an unequivocal yes. Do it now. Don't dally or dither about the details or worry about how it's all going to work out. The universe loves a bold spirit. Once you take a step, it will rush toward you like an enthusiastic and chivalrous lover, opening doors, hand gently guiding at your lower back as you are moved forward. You will promptly be provided with all that is needed to take the next step. There is sacrifice inherent in translating the perfection of an idea into the limited physical form. Although something may be lost when turning a multidimensional concept of endless potential into something concrete, this oracle guides you to realize that there is much more to be gained. You must become free of this inspiration so that you can receive your next inspiration. It is already waiting for you, so on you must go. This oracle also confirms that the information you need to translate your ideas into form will be provided according to the higher wisdom of your life. Thus giving the Hermit from the beginning. It will happen. It may or may not happen by traditional routes, even if it seems unimaginable. When it is time for something to be born into form, nothing can stop it. It will happen. What we've talked about from the spiritual aspect is kind of accepting the truths and the love around you and seeing what you can turn that into. And I know this is really relevant for me, actually, from starting the video of saying, like, I'm going through a personal rebrand. So, you know, I definitely invite you to join me on my journey, but also I'm here to support you on yours. So until I see you next time, good luck and namaste.